Hi, I'm William,
And I'm Kat.
and that means this is Info on the Go.
We're answering questions you want to know. So, William, let's do something a little different today and have some fun with some silly laws.
Okay, let's do it. But first,
Let's thank our listeners for their support and following the show.
yes, and to the newcomers, we hope we we want to thank you as well. We want to thank all of our listeners for your support and continuing to grow the show. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So, in Alabama, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church.
That's
Uh,
that's that's got to be part of the blue laws. It's got to be.
Something, man. So, this quirky law aims to maintain respect and prevent distractions during religious services, though rarely enforced. It's a fascinating piece of the state's legal history.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's illegal to drive blindfolded.
Really? In Alabama, you cannot drive blindfolded?
Why that had to be made a law, I must know.
I'm telling you, somebody had to do it for it to be a law, right?
Exactly. And
All
it
right.
had to have at least been more than one person because, man,
It's probably, I could see some crazy kids back in the 40s and 50s. Man, you
some
can
kind
drive
of
down.
dare.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can drive down Main Street blindfolded. I know you can do it.
no, right.
Uh, all right. So, Alaska, you cannot push a live moose out of an airplane. Oh,
Who who pushes a whole moose out of an airplane?
well, I think it's to protect the moose and the people below.
Well, that would, yeah, yeah, I would hope so because neither one of them are living after that.
Pretty much no. Um, all right. So also in Alaska, waking a bear to take its photo is against the law.
I'm not waking no sleeping bear to snap a picture.
No. Hey, no, 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 no. Because I don't think Yogi lives in Alaska.
Nope, nope, not. He can keep that picnic basket. Okay.
No picnic a basket.
No.
Let's see. I can't do Yogi. Uh, all right. So let's go to Arizona.
Donkeys cannot sleep in bathtubs. In Arizona, it's illegal for donkeys to sleep in bathtubs. This quirky law dates back to the 1920s when a donkey in a bathtub was swept away during a flood, leading to a costly rescue.
I can see that.
Right. Well, the donkey made it. Apparently, it was rescued. The rule was created to prevent such incidents in the future.
So if you have a donkey and you have a bathtub and you live in Arizona, don't let your donkey go to sleep in it.
Right. Also, it's illegal to mispronounce the name of the state. In Arkansas, it's illegal to pronounce the state's name. The correct pronunciation is Arkansas, not Arkansas. Reflecting its French and Native American heritage, this 1881 law was created to preserve the state's cultural identity, so pronounce it carefully.
So when you're in Arkansas, don't say Arkansas.
Right. Right.
All right.
That's funny.
So that is kind of funny. So you got to make sure you get the pronunciation. Oh man, I'm gonna suffer there, right?
Yeah, right. Right. I just think it's funny that it's an actual law that to actually that's why we pronounce it correctly, I guess.
Yeah, true. So in California, women are not allowed to drive a car while wearing a house coat.
I have to know what lady got pulled over in a house coat.
I don't know, but that one, I think that should be a law for like going to some of the big box retailers. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just
Um,
saying.
yeah.
All right. So, also in California, right to sunlight. In California, a law protects residents the right to hang their clothes outdoors for drying laundry, promoting energy efficiency and sustainability. It encourages using natural sunlight instead of energy consuming dryers, reducing cost and greenhouse emissions. While the law supports clothesline use, there may be restrictions to ensure safety and harmony with property guidelines. Actually, that's a pretty sensible law.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty sensible.
Yeah, I
I
don't
have a
know.
clothesline. I just need some clothes pins.
Where do you get those now?
I have no idea. I was thinking about looking in the craft section at Walmart. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to go there and look.
Yeah. So let's go to Colorado. It's illegal to keep a couch on your porch. Um, in my early 20s, I would have been arrested. I would have broken this law. I did indeed have a couch on my porch. I was the party house.
Well, for me, it wasn't on the porch. It was maybe in my early days. It was in the backyard. We had a couch in the backyard, but uh, it wasn't like upholstered, and it.
Oh no, mine was upholstered. I eventually had to throw it away, obviously.
This was one of those 70s couches that was made out of like wood, the
Uh,
big heavy frame.
oh yes, I know
Um,
what you're talking about.
and it had the cushions that you sit on, but the back had the wooden back frame, and we would just
Hmm.
take the cushions off and throw them on the back porch when it would rain or whatever to keep them from getting wet.
That makes sense. In Connecticut, pickles must bounce to be considered safe for human consumption. So you're telling me pickles bounce?
I don't, after reading this, I'm gonna have to go try it.
I don't have
I,
any pickles,
I'm
but you let
I'm
me know.
I am going, and if it doesn't bounce, what does it mean?
Right. Is it bad?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm not going to eat it if it does bounce because it's going to touch the floor, and I'm not that.
Just create a little guard for it on your counter.
So either way it goes, I'm not going to eat the pickle, right? Uh, so Delaware, whispering in church is illegal. I am, I am in trouble. I'm in trouble. Delaware, like most other states and ordinances, have a no sagging policy. So pull your pants up in Delaware.
Dang, a whole state law.
I think it was like different districts, but when I was trying to get to it, it came up with so many that I just did it as the whole state.
Ah, gotcha, gotcha. So in Florida, unmarried women who parachute on Sundays can be fined or jailed. Wow. Sorry,
Uh,
single ladies.
no parachuting on Sundays.
No I don't know. I don't have the urge to parachute. I'm terrified of heights.
I this is something I want to do. I want to do this. And I'm
Like
scared of heights. I am petrified of them.
I have tried ziplining twice. Um, the first time I luckily made it through the trees because I didn't know how I was going to get down otherwise. I contemplated living in a tree for a whole solid 5 minutes.
I have a funny story. My wife and I, we got married. We had been together for a few years. We was already married, and we went on this this zip lining through this rainforest, and we took this truck up to the top of this mountain. I wish I could remember the name of it, but these scientists had created these platforms in tops of trees to observe the rainforest from above, below, right?
That sounds nice.
And I'm here to tell you, we're standing off the side of this cliff, and I look down and I'm like, holy cow, all I could see was like, and I can't even hear the guy telling me what to do with the zip line. This is the first time I'd ever been zip lining. And the next thing I know, my wife pushes me and was like, have fun.
See, at least I don't know. At least you had somebody to push you into it. First zip lining experience, I ended up being like the last person next to one of the guides. The guide should have just pushed me because I was like toward the edge, and I was like, "All I have to do is lift my feet. Just lift my feet. It's okay. Just lift them." And I could, oh man, it was so good.
I,
I made it back to the ground, and then the last zip line on that tour itself was like half a mile long, and I was like, "Nah, drive me back. I'll meet
I,
you guys down at the bottom. Sorry, I can't. I cannot."
well, I'm here to
Mm-mm.
tell you, I loved every minute of it. After I got to that first thing, the first little podium, and we switched to the next line to go to the next podium. I fell in love with it. I wanted to go back and do it again. And
Oh,
and we have been zip lining anytime we go on vacation and they have a zip line, I'm there now. And it's kind of really, to be honest with you, to help me break my fear of heights. I mean, I still have a big fear of heights, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as it was.
the dropping thing, like, so this fear started early. I'm talking just little roller coasters at the fair or carnivals. Okay,
Yeah.
no. I screamed so loud they let me get off.
Same. Well, maybe not like that. I probably wouldn't even have got on it at
I
that
didn't
early
know,
age.
and my mom after that was just kind of she tricked me into other rides that did the dropping thing. Like we went to Disneyland and she put me on Splash Mountain. Nah, I was not about it. There was another water ride in Germany where I thought like you would only go down the small one and you didn't have to go down the big one that was right on top of the same ride. Kids, okay, kids. That's all I got. Um, and no, when it started going back around, I just turned around and glared at my mom, and I didn't talk to her for like an hour after that. Like, man,
That's hilarious.
it is
I am
hilarious.
so sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
I feel it. I laugh now. Now I laugh.
All
Then
right.
no, I was not laughing then.
All right, so let's go to Georgia. Carrying an ice cream cone in your back pocket is illegal. I have actually heard this before as a kid,
Yeah,
and so I had to look up this law and what it impacted. So in Georgia, carrying an ice cream cone in one's back pocket is illegal. It's a quirky little law that has roots to prevent theft. So back in the day, you could lure horses by placing an ice cream cone in your back pocket, getting them to by offering them a little treat or whatever, getting them to get out of sight, and then you could steal somebody's horses. So that's the legal history behind the law, and it's still on the
that's
books.
that's crazy. That has to be so old.
But I'm thinking, like, you really got to be wanting to steal somebody's horse to put an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
I'm saying, like, ice cream can't have changed that much.
Oh my gosh. Uh, Surely they didn't put ice cream in the cone. Maybe they put like peanut butter or something in there. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah. You could be pulled over in Georgia for driving the speed limit.
What?
That is a law that is on the books. You can be pulled over in Georgia for driving the speed limit.
Dang.
So, hey, all you super speeders out there, you keep it going. You're doing the right thing.
Right. And
Just don't
we
tell them
are
I
a
told
move
you that.
over state. If you're like going slow in the left lane, get over, please.
So Georgia actually, there's a lot of states that have the left lane speed. Like if you're in the left lane, you're on a two-lane road and you're in the left lane and you're going slower than the traffic on the side and you're not moving over, it is against the law.
Yeah,
You could be fined for that. And there's a lot of people out there, especially on my way to work. It's crazy.
I believe it.
Um, so here's another one. Spitting is illegal on sidewalks, public buildings, or public vehicles, except in a spittoon in the state of Georgia. So if you're chewing that tobacco and you go to spit on the sidewalk, it is still a law. Don't do it.
Dang.
That's actually a good law, though,
Yeah, no, I
because
mean, because dip spit's pretty gross.
yeah, and it's well, and if you're spitting it on the sidewalk, I mean, there's like you got the grassy part and you got the street. I mean, people want to walk there. You don't want to get it on your shoes.
No.
Uh, okay, and here's one more in Georgia that I thought was pretty funny. It is illegal to eat fried chicken with a fork.
Dang.
Oh
Get greasy. It's a finger food.
man, I'm telling you, I don't know how we even eat fried chicken with a fork.
Not very well. I don't know. I mean, you're pulling all the fry off.
This is true.
So let's move on to Hawaii. Coins are not allowed to be placed in one's ears.
There's got to be roots to that law.
There got to be. Got
Yeah.
to be. Who-
Mm.
What coins are even small enough to fit in one's ears?
I mean, do you hide pennies in there? How does that work?
I have no idea. It's also illegal to hoard more than 15 cats or dogs in a home. That's that's fair. That should be illegal in a lot of places.
That should be illegal but for that to be a law, somebody had to exceed that. How do you come up with
And
15? That's
and now say now I had like up to 18 cats when I was growing up in one house. And I can attest to that is just unsanitary. As much as I loved all of them, okay, it was a lot. It was a
I
lot.
I can imagine that sounds like a lot. Even this law sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
So let's go to Idaho. Riding a merry-go-round on Sundays is illegal in Idaho. I don't even
What?
I don't even think they have merry-go-rounds anymore, do they?
They do
Okay.
somewhere.
I mean, they were big when I was a kid, but in Idaho in 1907, this law to ride merry-go-rounds on Sundays was enacted as part of a series of the Blue Laws. You know, we should really do a whole episode on Blue Laws
Yes,
at some point for sure.
right. It's added to our list. It's ever growing.
Ever growing. We've got some listener uh, ideas that I put on there too, so we'll talk about them off air.
Oh, sweet. Um,
Illinois.
Illinois. Yeah. Illinois, it is illegal to take a nap in a cheese factory. Dogs, oh,
No, no sleeping on the job.
no sleeping on the job. Dogs can be and can be wedding witnesses.
So
Wow.
you can have your dog as a wedding witness.
Man's best friend.
There you go. And then when it doesn't work out, you can say, "Well, the dog didn't see anything."
Uh, right. It's illegal to fish while sitting on a giraffe's neck. Where are you gonna find a giraffe in Illinois?
I don't know, but that is hilarious. Like, and
Giraffes are not native to Illinois.
so
So somebody
there's
had to have gotten in trouble like at a zoo or something. Like, where were they fishing?
Yeah, I mean that's a crazy. There's a lot of crazy fishing laws in every state. I mean, and we're about to talk about one in a minute. That's really hilarious. I mean, I get it though. I get it.
Right.
We'll move on on to Indiana. You cannot catch fish with a firearm, dynamite, or crossbows, as this is unsafe and harmful to the environment.
I mean,
Dynamite.
you're I'm not really catching any fish with a firearm anyway, or dynamite for that matter. I mean, I guess you could would it's kind of like a some kind of fish pickup with
Well,
dynamite
yes, they would just like put the dynamite in the lake and boom, and the fish would die from probably either
impact.
yeah, and rise up
If
to
not
the
the
top.
initial explosion, it's got to be like just the impact of the force.
There's also these electric things that they make that you can put in the water and the fish will come up and you can scoop them up. That's crazy.
Huh, that is wild.
Uh, um, okay.
Oh, wow, it looks like spiteful gossip and talking behind a person's back are legal. Wow,
Well, that's a good law to have.
that is a good law to have.
Man,
That's
could
one way
you?
to look at it.
Oh my, I couldn't even imagine being in a workplace in that state. So and so was talking about me. It's against the law. Call the police.
Oh god.
No gossiping.
Right.
Uh, Kansas hitting a vending machine that stole your money is illegal. I
Well,
would be
that's just
going.
rude.
Yeah, I would be. I'm telling you, I would be in trouble on that for sure. Especially, when you've been in, I don't know, a waiting room forever, and you're wanting that candy bar, that bag of chips, and it gets stuck there. Oh my God, there's nothing more. You don't
Right.
see that today as much as you did back when I was coming up. You saw it a
Yeah,
lot when I was coming up.
I believe
Uh,
things have updated a little bit.
just a little bit. I mean, I'm not that old. uh, in Topeka, it is illegal to scream in a haunted house.
It's hot in Topeka. Anybody who watched Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends growing up knows what that is. But I can't imagine how do you not scream in a haunted house?
Yeah,
That's
I
the
don't
whole
know
point.
exactly. That is the whole reason you go.
The whole point. So in Kentucky, it's illegal to dye ducklings blue and sell them. Why do you want blue ducks?
I, hey, you could tell somebody, hey, these are blue ducks, man. They're premium.
I mean, but I thought all ducklings were like yellow. Do they have blue ducklings?
I don't
Are
think
those
they're.
natural in the wild?
To be honest with you, I'm not really sure.
Huh.
Hmm.
It's illegal to hunt from a moving vehicle in Kentucky except for whales.
So I have a question. I have a question. I'm not the brightest person ever. I'm not. But isn't Kentucky a landlocked state?
I thought last I checked, yeah. Last I
So
checked.
so now here's my next question. Who was hunting from a vehicle in Kentucky at Wales? I guess you can hunt everything except whales, right? Maybe that law was put there as like a hey, you can hunt everything but whales because we're a landlocked state.
Right, right,
Maybe
exactly.
that's some legislators' way of just being funny.
Maybe that's a good possibility.
Yeah. Okay. Louisiana. Mourners at a wake may not eat more than three sandwiches.
Wow,
Yeah, I don't know. No snakes near the Mardi Gras parade. Yeah,
that's probably a good policy.
that is a very good policy. I could really see that. It is illegal to ingest blood or other bodily fluids during a ritual.
Mm,
Yeah, I guess
that sounds
Louisiana,
very hygienic.
very hygienic, and Louisiana has deep voodoo roots, so I'm assuming that's where some of that comes from.
Probably.
But also in Louisiana, it is illegal to tie an alligator to a fire hydrant.
That's just basic safety there.
Yeah. I mean, so if you're walking your pet alligator, don't tie him to the fire hydrant. Got to keep
Right.
walking him.
Yeah,
Tie him
not
to
a
the
good
light
place.
pole.
Right. In Maine, advertisements may not be placed in a cemetery. Well, dead people don't want to hear the ads in the afterlife too, okay?
Yeah. Oh my. Somebody had to have done that though. Like, could you see the billboard for,
Right.
I don't
And that's
know.
just tacky. People that are going to visit their dead loved ones do not also want to read an ad for who knows what. Okay?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That just sounds customary, I guess. If you cannot step out of a plane, oh, you cannot step out of a plane while it's in flight. Well, no skydiving in Maine. Sorry, I wouldn't
Well,
swear.
I wonder if that's with or without a parachute.
I don't know. They didn't specify.
Yeah.
I'm not jumping out of no good plane though. So, to be fair though, with all the plane crashes that are happening right now, I don't really want to fly. You are required by law to take down your Christmas decorations also in Maine.
So do you take them down the day before Christmas or do you?
The day after Christmas, the day of Christmas, you just take them down when you're done opening presents. What's
Yeah,
going
I guess just don't even put them up.
on? That's kind of sad though. I like all the Christmas lights.
Yeah, I do too. I don't like putting them up, and I definitely don't like taking them down. Oh my.
Yeah, that is definitely a taxing chore.
Yes. All right, so on to Maryland. It is illegal to eat while swimming in the ocean. I
Probably also a good policy.
yeah, I could see that. Okay. Um, in Baltimore, Maryland, it's illegal to take your line to the movies.
Who took their pet lion to the
So
movies?
you can't take your lion to watch The Lion King.
No,
Yeah,
nope.
that's messed
That's
up.
just public safety. Okay,
Well, I mean, but he might want to watch Simba. You never know.
right. Do a drive-in movie at your own property. Okay.
All right, got you.
So let's move on down to another southern state, Mississippi. It's illegal to disrupt church services. That's not surprising.
Yeah, that's got to be part of the blue laws, but still very respectful.
Right, right. In Tylertown, Mississippi, it's illegal to shave in the middle of Main Street.
I really want to know how that law became about.
That sounds like a very interesting time.
That
There's got to be
sounds
a funny story that goes along with it.
a very funny story for that one. There's got to be. In Missouri, a male may be charged an annual tax for not being for being unwed. So, in other words, uh, but how old? I mean, what's the age?
Right. What does that start at?
Yeah,
And
how do you
dang,
enforce
for all the
that?
bachelors out there, this just sounds sad.
Yeah, man. Refer to our Valentine's episode. I'm
Right.
so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Um, it's illegal for children under 21 to take out household trash that contains alcohol, even if the containers are empty.
Now, some sneaky kids. Okay. That one had to
Uh,
come about because of some sneaky kids.
I can see my kids. Hey, Dad, that's got a beer can. I can't take the trash out. I'm sorry.
Right. Right.
uh, in Marshall, Missouri, single men need a permit to own rabbits. I'm not.
I
I'm not gonna ask.
I don't know if I need to know that answer. I think my imagination can do just fine by itself. But that just sounds sad.
That no single man in Missouri, Marshall, Missouri, can own single rabbits without a permit.
Mm.
Got to get a permit first.
All right, so in Montana, it's illegal to have a sheep in the cab of your truck without a chaperone. Does this also go to the single med who need permits and rabbits? Why do you need a chaperone for your sheep?
Oh my gosh.
Interesting. It's illegal for married women to fish alone on Sundays. Wow.
It's for married women to fish alone on Sunday. I don't. Oh man, that's a crazy one.
You
That is
can't
a
go
crazy one.
catching fish. You're married.
Well, I mean, what if your husband's laid up and he's really craving some, in Montana they have really great trout. What if he's craving some trout and you're just trying to take care of him? Like, you can't even do that.
Ask a neighbor, I guess.
Can you go fishing with me?
Right. It's illegal to whisper in someone's ear while they are moose hunting.
Okay, that seems legit, I guess.
Don't go whisper in my ear. I'm concentrating.
I'm trying to focus on this moose here. In Nebraska, a bar cannot sell beer unless it also is brewing a kettle of soup.
Fair enough.
Gotta make sure you get some soup in you after you get done drinking.
Mm-hmm.
It is illegal to fly a plane while drunk in Nebraska.
Well, thank goodness.
Oh yeah, I mean for real, that's a great law to have there. It's not really
Right.
silly. That's a great law.
Right.
But how do you pull a plane over or get a pilot when he's drunk?
Right. How do you go about that? License and registrations are in the sky.
Seriously.
The fifth element kind of stuff. Okay.
So also in Nebraska, a parent could be arrested if their child burps during church.
Well, geez, how are you supposed to control that?
Yeah, I'll put that. I'll left that one in there because that's got to be part of some blue laws too. But in Nebraska, I don't know.
Right. I
Anyway,
don't even know. So in Nevada, it's illegal to lie down on the sidewalk.
you know, after looking at this is probably aimed at like homeless population. It's got to be.
Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Hmm. It's also illegal to drive a camel on the highway in Nevada, but it's legal to do so on city streets. So just walking through the downtown, just ride your camel.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
So,
know where you get a camel there, but get you a
hey,
camel. To be
yeah.
fair, I did ride a camel in Nevada, so there is that. There is that.
All right. So, New Hampshire, it's illegal to pick up seaweed off the beach at night. That's probably got to be like, I know it sounds funny, but I'm thinking this is going to be environmental. It's got to be,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah. There's something
Okay.
that eats seaweed, maybe that comes out to eat it at night.
So, also in New Hampshire, you can't tap your feet, nod your head, or keep time to the music in a tavern, restaurant, or cafe.
In a tavern.
Yeah, it's got to be like a bar, but
Well, for sure.
tavern. Yeah.
But that's gotta be old too.
Yeah, those got to be really old. But I mean, how do you enjoy yourself? Because when music gets rocking, you got to get rocking with it.
I guess not. I guess you're just gonna have to leave.
But if you're in New Hampshire, don't do it.
Right. Uh, You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's
So,
pretty good.
moving to onto New York, it's illegal to throw a ball at someone's head for fun.
Oh, wait till you read the next law.
So there's a peculiar law that prohibits greeting someone by putting one's thumb in the nose and wiggling the fingers. Interesting. This gesture is commonly known as the thumbing of the nose, is considered an unconventional and impolite way to greet or mock someone.
Oh, I made sure you got that one.
That's
and
pretty funny.
and
So,
here I will refer you to our plumbing episode.
right.
We're just gonna leave it at that. Not gonna bring it back up.
Oh, thank goodness. So, wearing slippers in establishments after 10 p.m. is illegal? Well,
That
dang.
that's a good law to
No
have.
midnight Walmart runs in slippers.
Uh, it is illegal for men to wear pants and a jacket that do not match. Have you been to New York lately? Like, I don't think they're enforcing that law.
Yeah, no, probably not. I don't know. I haven't been to New York ever.
Oh, yeah, they're probably not enforcing that law.
No,
Oh, wait, did I take that from you?
you did. It's okay.
All right. So, North Carolina, you can't sell or drink alcohol during bingo. It is illegal to sell or drink alcohol in a room where bingo is being played. So,
No drunk bingo for you.
yeah, no drunk bingo for me. Oh my. You must pay taxes on illegal drugs, including alcohol, even though the business is illegal. Gotta gotta make sure you're paying taxes on those illegal drugs out there.
That must have come from the prohibition days.
It had to have. But I mean, still, I mean, you got to claim that you're doing something illegal. Like
Uh,
that's
how are you supposed
uh,
to?
you're already
let
breaking
me
one
just
law. Why
let
are
me
you gonna?
just point at me. Like, here I am. I did it. I'm the problem.
Yeah. It's okay. In North Carolina, elephants can't plow your cotton fields. Can't get an elephant to do it.
Dang. Uh, Also, singing off key in public is illegal. Which, I mean, I'd probably go to jail. So sorry.
I can sing on key. I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty good singer, but still, I mean, if you're into the music and you can't sing, you still got to get into the music, right?
Right. Right. Exactly.
Okay.
So in Ohio, it's illegal to fish for whales on Sunday. Now, I don't know. Geography was kind of iffy for me, but isn't Ohio also a landlocked state?
I do believe so. Unless something's changed in the past, I don't know, 20 minutes or so.
Right. It's illegal to run out of gas. Oh, dang.
Wait, hey, teenagers in Ohio, I'm just
Ooh,
telling you, it's illegal to run out of gas. Don't pull that
right.
one.
Right. It's illegal to get a fish drunk.
It's illegal to get a fish drunk. How do you,
Wow.
how do you know if the fish is drunk?
Right. I mean, it's dang. It's
S-
illegal to install and use slot machines in outhouses in Bexley.
Buxley, oh my God, Biloxi. And that
Oh,
Bexley? I'm thinking that's going to be Biloxi. No, that is Bexley. That's
yeah.
Ohio. I'm thinking of a whole different state. My bad. My bad.
Were you thinking of Alabama?
Yeah, I think so. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you can't install and use a slot machine in outhouses. So
Uh,
you can't play the slots and poop at the same time.
oh my gosh. Man, but I was on a roll.
Right.
Oregon, keep your weapon out of the cemetery.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
don't tote those
There,
guns
you
in there.
don't need to disturb the dead folks with weapons.
And this is my favorite law of all of them on here. No lifting weights while driving.
Yeah, that sounds like a safety hazard. And I mean, not only that, it becomes a projectile.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can't be pumping iron while you're driving.
No shake
Uh
weights either. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can see me going down the road, one hand on the wheel with a shake weight just going at it. No eating ice cream on Sundays. It is illegal to eat ice cream on Sundays in Oregon, but Sundays are allowed. That is pretty funny.
That is that is a pretty funny law. That is very punny. Yeah, punny.
Funny.
So in Pennsylvania, it's illegal to catch a fish with your mouth. Oh, no bobbing for fishes. Okay, don't do
Uh,
it. It's illegal to sing in the bathtub or shower. Dang,
yeah, I mean, is that
dang.
like a
What
hotel
kind of
or your
salty
house?
person? Yeah, somebody salty. That's all I got. That's saltiness right there. Shower time. Okay, I literally have a mix in my phone called shower time.
I
All right.
definitely sing in the shower because my wife is like,
It's also
you go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna
You
say
go ahead.
I was just gonna say my wife is always like, keep it down.
I'll just scream through it. Okay. It's illegal to sleep on an outdoor refrigerator.
Oh, we're gonna have to end there because we're out of time.
Dang.
So we still got some other states to do, and maybe we can finish those up because we're gonna, maybe we can finish up in another episode. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot left.
I did not think this was gonna be a two-parter.
Well, stay tuned for part two. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Like and follow us wherever you get your podcast.
Send us a text using the link in the show notes or leave a review.
Hey, and join the Facebook group. And we just
And
want to say if you join the Facebook group, you can ask us questions, give us show ideas. We just want you to share the podcast. That's the only way it's going to grow. And we want to thank all of our new listeners. And as we said at the top of this, thank you for your support.
absolutely. Thank you so much. And till next time.
Stay curious.